Chiefs and had so many I love the Chiefs. I really want them to do well. But I got to be honest. I think what Tom Brady did this year, and like I said, I've been a Brady hater because he has 10 times more Super Bowls than I've even played in, for that reason. But I just think what he is doing to be able to switch and go from the AFC and go from a spot where he spent 20 years, new organization, new town, new team, and taking him to the Super Bowl, it's impressive. I love watching greatness. So I think I want to see Tom Brady, be the first home team to win a Super Bowl, but it's by a slim margin. So I'm going to go with rooting a little bit for the Bucs, but if the Chiefs win, I'm cool with that too.
Jared, welcome to the show. Thank you for being on the show, my brother.
My pleasure.
How do you think Tom Brady has pulled this off? To be 43 years of age, particularly in this season. I know he's got a bevy of weapons, only sacked 21 times this year. But explain to us, what are you seeing from him that you may not have seen from anybody else?
It's work ethic. I mean, I think you just look with the way he made that transition, right? I mean, from high school, high school workouts and just constantly pushing people to be better. I mean, I've never played with Tom, and I don't know him, personally off the field or anything like that. But I saw it when Brett came to the Vikings, right? This mystique of why somebody is so great. You assume, they were great talent, they're a great mind, great coaching, great team, all that stuff. But what I saw was, Brett's work ethic. And when Brett would be at the facility until 10:30 at night, and I can only see that's got to be what Tom Brady did. And to weather the storm, everybody's expectations were so high. And at the beginning of the year, he's taking all this heat. I think they're, win a few, lose a couple, and bouncing back and forth. And then they went on this run. So I think just his ability to push through and to block out the noise and stay single-mindedly focused. I mean, the mental preparation, is got to be second to none. And that's what I really see, is just the fortitude to push through and understand the process will eventually, pay off. And he got everybody down there to buy in.
Jared, when I look at Patrick Mahomes, you mentioned Brett Favre. I see Favre minus the turnovers, like Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre had a baby, right? When you look at Patrick Mahomes, what do you see?
That dude is special, and again, I think the Chiefs are going to win multiple Super Bowls for years and years to come, as long as he stays healthy. But that's exactly what you see. You see a combination of a guy that, you usually take a guy who's dangerous in the pocket and you want to force him to the edge, right? Or you got a guy that's, dangerous on the edge, you want to force him to stay in the pocket. He's going to beat you either way. I mean, the only thing I could see, with guys like that, you got to get as much, pressure up the middle, A-gap push to just collapse and try to destroy him that way. But the dude, I mean, he literally has every single tool. And not to mention, I think you look what Andy Reid's done too, and you got to give credit to the coaching staff, is they're using those tools. So many coaches get stuck in how they want to do things, and they try to make guys fit their program. They've obviously designed a program around, home strengths. And they are, I mean, it's fun to watch. It really is. I mean, you can't help but root for the guy. And again, I think, it's more like old school, new school. I'm an old school guy, so I think that's kind of why I lean one way a little bit. But that dude is greatness in the making, and it's fun to watch.
Jared, let me get you in the midst. Let me put you on the spot a little bit by getting you in the middle of an argument that we've been having. When we watch the NFC Championship game, and this is obviously what Tom Brady had to go through in order to get to this daggone Super Bowl, I'm looking at a Green Bay team that said, I know we have Aaron Rodgers, but I'm going to have my defense give the ball to Tom Brady with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left, and all he needs is a first down or two to seal the victory. What do you feel about a decision like that?
Oh, I thought it was great because I'm a Green Bay Packers hater. So I thought, kudos, coach. But as a player, if I was Aaron Rodgers, I probably would have walked off the field, honestly. That as a player's position, and then everybody will be politically correct about it. But the bottom line, that was a slap in the face to Aaron Rodgers. You basically did not think your guy and your offense could score a touchdown at that point, and you wanted to put it in the hands of defense. You try to be too analytical. You try to be too smart, and it came back to bite him. I mean, I wouldn't give the worst quarterback in the league a chance to get a first down and run the clock out on me. You're down at the 10-yard line or 8-yard line, whatever it is.
8.
That's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. You got to go for that. You got to put it on the shoulders of your star players. And as a player, if anybody player says otherwise or lying to you, they felt so disrespected. They felt that they were not trusted in that moment. and it's over. They're going to be spending the entire offseason trying to bridge that gap, and it's never going to be bridged. In the back of Aaron's mind, he'll always be like, man, this is ridiculous. You have no faith in me.
Yeah. Yeah, no one's arguing that point. We all agree it's a blunder to take the ball out of the hands of the MVP who's trying to help you win and put it in the hands of the GOAT who's trying to beat you. That, I think, is safe to say is a blunder, and that's exactly how it turned out. Jared,
needing a first down. Not even a point, just a first down
to beat you. Jared, I'm interested in the Super Bowl matchup with the position you know most about, right? We're talking about the line of scrimmage here, like what happens there, because Patrick Mahomes is missing both his starting tackles, and they're Pro Bowl caliber guys, Schwartz and Fisher, and they're both gone. And the Bucs, considering what Tyreek Hill did to him last time, are going to have to get pressure with 4. You're a 4-time first team, all NFL defensive end. When you look at that matchup, the Bucs front 4 against what they're going to be facing, or really front 7, what they're going to be facing on that Chiefs O-line, what do you think?
You got to attack. I think, if you take the mindset, and I've played in both defenses where you take a guy like Aaron, where they try to, contain rush him, so to speak, and you're just taking the bullets away from your players. And the Bucs got a pretty decent D line. They got some guys that can rush the passer, and you got backup tackles. You need to attack. And I would bracket Tyreek Hill, put a safety down on Kelsey, and and make them get the ball out fast. I think that's your only hope, is make Mahomes get the ball out fast. And worst case scenario, let him run for 10 yards. But you don't want to get 90 yards over the top of you. So I would double that guy and then just attack those edges and attack pressure up the middle. I would try to force the ball out of the hands quick and get the guys on the ground. But but your eyes start lighting up, and especially now that you got a little film, you got 2 weeks to prepare for a backup, because sometimes a backup tackle is the worst to go against because you got no film and they're just kind of in your way because they're not as technically sound, and so they're not going to fight you the same way a starter would. But yeah, you got to lick your chops, and again, take your shot, because if not, it's the same. It's almost that it's, as a defensive player, if you get talked into like, hey, we're going to contain rush him and send a spy. It's the same. It's almost that same feeling that Aaron's probably facing. You're saying, okay, you're not trusting me to do my job to get this guy on the ground. I got a second-rate player in front of me. No disrespect, as far as the mindset is going, is I got a guy who's not even a starter, and you want to tell me that I gotta limit my rush to try to contain the guy. I think you just gotta guns a-blazing and go out on your shield, if anything.
Excellent breakdown from an excellent defensive mind. Jared Allen, before we let you go, when I hear the word sweepstakes, it makes me excited because it makes me think of prizes and money and free things. So what exactly are you doing with the Super Bowl sweepstakes and potentially cars with Volvo?
Yeah, so Volvo reached out to me because I have the record for safeties, and they're one of the safest vehicles on the road today. And they're giving away $2 million worth of cars if there's a safety in this Super Bowl. So, way I look at it, if there's a blowout, just let's get to the long snapper, have him snap it over the punter's head. Let's get a safety. Let's give some cars away. And the reason it's $2 million is a cool thing. When I was talking to Volvo, it's not about the number. So they've saved over 1 million lives with the invention of the seatbelt, right? So Volvo had the patent on the 3-point seatbelt harness, and they left it open for everybody. And they said, up to last year, they had saved up to 1 million lives with the seatbelt. And so they want to save 1 million more lives through technology and innovation of their cars. So that's what the whole $2 million is coming from. So it's a cool deal. Like I said, and all you got to do is go out and sign up. We get a safety, and people are driving new vehicles.
Before we let you go, Jared, I love that concept, how they did the safety with your record and safe cars. And as the daughter of an insurance agent, I can confirm that Volvos are very safe cars. My father always told me that. Thank you so much for being with us. Enjoy the game. Yeah,
we will. Thanks for having me. All right. That's my first car. My first car was a Volvo station wagon.
I love it. You